G'day, this is RedNectar. I thought I'd give you a quick overview of the major points of SudokuAssistant, which you've already downloaded from sourceforge.net. Now, once you get the application running and you start a puzzle, you'll be presented with this screen here. Let's make that a little bigger. And you'll be in manual mode. Now, what that means is that in this side of the puzzle is where your Sudoku grid is, and each of these cells has a value cell where you put the answer that you think is going to be in that cell, and a pencil mark cell. Now, the pencil marks are the values that you think are a possibility for that cell. And over here, we have the possibilities that have been eliminated. Now, in manual mode, these are all filled in with every single digit that's possible, and you have to manually go through and say, well, look, I tell you what, I think this could be possibly a 1 because I can see there's a 1 there and there's a 1 there, which, by the way, is visible because you have the focus digits option selected, right? The other thing when you have the focus digits option selected is that the cell you have clicked in highlights the actual cell plus the row plus the column plus the block that you're in. But you also have these little tips here telling you what the double click actions are for the value cell, and the double click actions for the pencil mark cell, double click action for the focus, what the focus digit does. That may get a bit annoying after a while, so you may want to turn those tips off pretty quickly. Okay, so let's get into it. We've got 1 highlighted. We know that it could be a 1 here, so we can right click on here and do add pencil mark for 1. Or I could simply, since this is 1 is the focus digit, I could double click here and say, well, maybe there's a 1 there, maybe there's a 1 there, and by jingos, that's the only row that a 1 could possibly be in, so it cannot be there. 1 could not be there. Now, once you've been through and looked at all the focus, all the possibilities for every cell, you'll end up with something that looks like this. Now, I can automatically go and update the pencil marks. Bingo, they're all done. But notice that 1 is marked as a possibility here because it simply goes through and looks at what the givens are, the given puzzle options are, and extracts from that anything that's not a given for any particular cell. Now, you can now double click this to remove that 1 because we know it can't be a 1 there, but that does not remove the 1 from here or the 1 from here or anywhere else. Well, actually, you probably don't want to remove those ones. So that's fine. What you really want to do, though, is once you've figured out what a particular cell is, let's say we've figured out this is 3, you want to remove 3 as a value, as a possibility here. You want to remove 3 as a possibility here and here and here for this whole, in fact, for this entire block and for this entire column here. Now you can make that happen automatically by going to auto mode. Now in auto mode, note that there are no digits in the eliminations grid. Note also, as you click around the eliminations grid, it changes the corresponding cell in the scratch pad. This area over here is called the scratch pad. And at this stage, we see that we've got a single digit here, and that's highlighted because we have naked subsets ticked. Right? If we didn't have that, then it would still work. I can double click here, and that will add the 6 there because it's the only possibility. We also have hidden subsets highlighted here. Now, hidden subset will show me any cell where 6 is the only possibility in this particular case, or not 6, sorry, 3 is the only possibility because 3 is the focus digit. So I can double click there, that'll put a 3 in there, or I could have, if I wanted to, just type the number 3 in there. Either way, it still gets the same result. The last one that's highlighted here that I want to talk about is locked candidates. Now, without locked candidates, I don't see these vertical lines here. And what locked candidates is showing you is that, look, there's only 2 cells in this column here that can possibly be 3. there's only 2 cells in this column within this block that can possibly be 3. So this has got to be a 3, or this has got to be a 3. This has got to be a 3, or this has got to be a 3. This cannot possibly be a 3. So while 3 is the focus digit, I can double click on this, or I can write that, click on that and say eliminate 3. Or I could have simply popped over here and typed the number 3 in here if I really want to do it that way. These are the basic functions of the Sudoku Assistant, and I hope you enjoy using the spreadsheet. That's all I want to cover in this installment. I'll go through and talk about some of the other options and some finer strategies in a future episode. That's it from me. I'm RedNectar. Good night.